Welcome to another edition of Grand Slam Wrestling here on the Big Polly's World of Sports Sims channel. It is kind of a match of the week bonus for you. We're going to have the two Monarch of the Met Circuit Finals, one taking place in Charlotte, the other in Atlanta, just down I-85. And we'll go through our usual summary, show you the roll call of champions, show you who has been placed into the final stage of the Monarch of the Mat tournament, which will be taking place later in this quarter. It'll be Tampa and Detroit. Even though Detroit is no longer a circuit, they will have a circuit tournament, as we bid Detroit to do. But let's show you the championship roll call. Right now, we had one change. Danny Hodge defeated Cola Coriani in Memphis to capture the North American Championship that was vacated by The Undertaker due to a hand injury earlier in the week. And here are your entrants so far into the Monarch of the Mat tournament. As we went through about a week ago, we had Gory Guerrero and Bruno Sammartino enter the tournament. And as was the case last week, we're going to surprise you with the two finalists before we go through their main event, go through their championship final to see who goes to the final stage. And we'll go through the tournament as it occurred. So, Alakazam, Alakazoo, here are the two you'll be seeing right now. Sting and Greg Valentine, the Hammer, with a Cinderella run through the tournament. So we'll go through what happened. There was an 11-man battle royal for the 16 seed. The Rock, Steve Williams, and Nikolai Volkov made their debuts in GSW through this, and it was Volkov prevailing in 8 minutes and 57 seconds, defeating fellow heel The Rock. So Volkov got a piece of The Rock and advanced to the round of 16. In the first round, Greg Valentine over Yoshiatsu, 8/9. Cologne beating Bobby Eaton by submission. Biff Wellington had a deep run in this tournament, and he began it by defeating Jay Youngblood with a lucky piledriver in a babyface match. Another babyface match, Dusty Rhodes, the Dream, the Bull of the Woods, if you will. He defeated Jimmy Valiant. Ric Flair, a babyface in Charlotte at the present time, he defeated John Tolos. It was Paul Jones over Les Thatcher. Uh, Sting defeated Iceman King Parsons in a babyface match, and in a heel match, Nikolai took Hiro Matsuda, the number 1 seed, the full 30 minutes, but it's Matsuda, per the tournament rules, prevailing on the time limit draw. So in the quarterfinals, we had a babyface Dusty Rhodes and a babyface Ric Flair. Flair was impaired for being busted open in the first match by John Tullo, so it was Rhodes going over 31-43 with a leg drop. That was a bit of a stunner. Biff Wellington again with a pile driver over number 1 Paul Jones, ending Jones's chances of monarchy in the on the mat. Carlos Colon and Sting, another babyface match. It was Sting prevailing and with punches in 4:47. And Greg Valentine upended Hiro Matsuda with a small package. Time on that was 4:49. We went to the semis, and we only had one heel, Valentine. It was Wellington and Sting, and Wellington's clock struck 12 on his Cinderella run. After half an hour, Speed Moves did it for Sting. And Dusty Rhodes and Greg Valentine. Valentine wound up winning. Rhodes was impaired from the previous bout, wearing a little claret in that babyface match with Flair. Kind of shades of Starrcade 84, where Joe Frazier interfered. It was the referee and gave the bout a quick hook. And so it's Sting and Greg Valentine in the finals. Johnny Valentine also in GSW in the Memphis circuit right now, although he is yet to see any action. As we switch camera angles, Sting is 4-1-0 so far in year 4. Valentine came in winless in year 4, but he has won 3 in this tournament, and he is now 3-2-2. He beat Yatsu, Matsuda, and Rhodes to get to this point. So on we go. This is one fall, 60-minute time limits. The DQ tournament DQ setting of -10 is engaged. And I should probably just double check to make sure it's engaged. It is very well. And the trade hold recommendations have already been done. And here you go, folks. Sting should win, says Vog, but we'll see what happens. 74.4 is the starting stamina for Sting, 76.5 for Valentine, so Sting should have the stamina edge. And a supple attempt right off the bat, and that's only a 1 count. Valentine kicks out. Leg drop by Sting, a headlock by Valentine. I'm sure he'll want to slow the pace down. Now remember, if we go 60, Sting wins via the higher seed advancing rule. He will win and advance to the final stage, which is a few weeks down the road yet as we play out these 18 circuits, or 18 as we had them at the end of the first quarter of the year. Legal forearm by Valentine, and then we're going to show you the Atlanta final, and we will again surprise you with who the finalists are. Legal forearm by the Hammer, a kick by the Hammer, auto control loss back over to Sting for an arm hold, and a speed move by Sting. Sting just trying to get this one over with as quickly as possible, whereas Valentine thinks his stamina is good. Actually, it isn't. Punches outside the ring used by Sting. A supple attempt. Almost got it. It was a 6 on the 3 count. Needed a 3. Outside the ring action. Sting using punches. Pinhold by Sting with backslide, but it does not score the count of 3. It's -16 off of Sting, -50 off of Valentine. Valentine a little closer to losing a stamina level, and a little bit closer still with the body slam by the Stinger. Whip to the ropes by Sting. No action. Disqualified check. No. Legal chop. And Greg now almost to a stamina level loss. Another legal chop, so he's now 1 point away. Scorpion Deathlock, which will not score the submission because Valentine is very good at not surrendering on submissions. But he has lost another stamina level. His pin rating goes up to 31-31-3. Speed move by Sting. Sting just trying to keep him off balance with stick and move maneuvers. Sting using punches outside the ring again. Supple attempt, and Valentine goes down with a thud, and he loses 10 more points of stamina. So it's all Sting very early here in this 60-minute time limit bout, but Sting has the benefit of advancing if this match goes to a draw. Body slam by the Stinger, illegal choking by Sting. He wants the big money that this final stage tournament will bring when we take the 18 winners of the tournament and put them together. Legal choking by Sting, legal punches by Sting, kick by Sting, auto control loss, and Valentine already down a stamina level almost again. Legal leg hold, Valentine trying to slow the pace down, but kind of already established this really doesn't help him any. Counter by Valentine, a legal whip to the ropes by Sting, another 6 points lost. Legal forearm countered, Valentine now in control. A legal knee for 6 points. Auto control loss, back over to Sting for the legal speed move, and now Valentine a point away from losing a stamina level again. And he has now just lost at punches, outside the ring punches, so his stamina level has taken another hit, and his pin rating now 36, 36, and 3. And if Sting hits a finisher, it goes up a little bit. So on we go as I get something set for. I was getting a slide ready here for our next match. Kick by Sting countered. Supple attempt countered. So both these guys not landing all their moves. Quick punches by the Stinger. No. Auto control loss. Ropes move countered. We're 14:45 into this bout. Submission move by Valentine. No. Legal choking by Valentine. Yes. And Sting almost about to lose the stamina level for the first time. No action. Legal chop. Foot on the ropes for a pin attempt. Almost got him. A 4 on the 3 count. He needed a 2. Body slam by Valentine. Valentine's one of those guys who will take a few moves just to get in a good lick. No pin. Legal elbow by Valentine. Kick by Sting. Legal whip to the ropes. Countered. Outside the ring action, Valentine using punches. Sting now 9 points away from his first stamina hit. And they counter each other. Legal turnbuckle move. No. So it's 3 points now away from Sting losing a hit. Stamina level, and there it goes. He goes up to 30-30 and 2. As Valentine has kind of found his second win here. Auto control loss back to Sting. Sting gets clotheslined off the ring apron and gets knocked down to the arena floor. 10 points off of him. As the Hammer has been counting for himself rather well in these last 5 minutes or so of the bout. Legal throat chop. That's the Hammer I know. No pin. We're 20-26 into this tournament final. Auto control loss. Another auto control loss. Back to Valentine with control. Elbow drop. And that was countered. A legal elbow countered. So both these guys still got their thinking caps on. Body slam by Valentine. Sting might take a second stamina hit before Hammer loses a third. Auto control loss. Another one. Kick countered by Sting. Sting goes with the arm hold. Now he wants to slow the pace down. Remember, time is on his side. It's not on Valentine's side. Legal knee. Legal elbow. 7 points off of Sting. He's now down 103 and Hammer at 172. Ropes move. Arm holds. Suplex countered by Valentine. Valentine with a DQ check. He's staying in this bout using punches. Legal throat chop, a 30-32, no. So Hammer, 51 points from taking another stamina hit. Sting now down to 30, so we could be even on the stamina hits at 2 each. Legal throw by Valentine. Body slam by Valentine. Valentine really coming on. It's kind of like a boxer who doesn't really care about winning the first 4 or 5 rounds. So he could come on and be effective the rest of the fight. Body slam. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is one of those guys that I am reminded of. Also use that strategy more or less a lot. Leg hold by Sting, legal throw by Sting, legal choking by Sting. So a 3-move flurry there. No action. Back to Sting with a suplex attempt countered. Figure four by Valentine, and that was one of his favorite moves. Auto control, Sting in control. Valentine gets tossed to. Valentine tossed Sting to the ringside table. Sting has lost another stamina level, so we're at 2 hits apiece now, I do believe. Pin holds. I could be wrong. A lot to keep track of on this board. Illegal chop by Valentine. Valentine, it seems the tide has turned as Sting is now only 24 points north of where Valentine is on damage. Headlock by Valentine, another 5 points gone. Legal elbow by Valentine. Valentine came in the 8th seed, so he would be down in the seedings for the final stage because right now he would be the lowest. Auto control loss, a legal turnbuckle by Sting. Sting has only been a minor champion in GSW, really hasn't won a major championship. Legal turnbuckle, but he has held some regional titles. Legal turnbuckle move, legal punches by Sting. Sting just trying to get momentum back. Punch to the jaw of Valentine. It's now minus 180 to minus 212, so Sting was still a little headway. And Greg about to lose another stamina level. A kick by the Hammer, followed by a legal throw. Suplex attempt countered. Sting in control, but the ropes move is countered by Valentine. We are 33 minutes into this bout. We have 27 exactly left to go. Suplex attempt. Vertical suplex, and that's good for 11 points. Legal throat chop. Sting has almost caught up to Valentine on damage. No action. Back to Sting. But Valentine gets the side suplex on, and that is no pin. Both these guys still got skin on their foreheads. They haven't been busted open. Auto control loss. Power move by Sting, a 6-point hit for him. And Valentine about to lose a stamina, take a stamina hit. He's 4 points away after that legal whip to the ropes. Auto control loss, disqualified check. Valentine using punches. So we're going to see stamina hits on the next move each one of these guys hits. No action. And it's Valentine first to hit, loses a stamina level as a power move was displayed by Sting, and he is now at 40, 40, and 5 on the pin rating. Kick by Sting. Kick again by Sting. Out of control loss. Valentine cannot get the hold on that would drop Sting a stamina level to even it up at 3 stamina hits each. 38-16 into this bout. Valentine's going to win it. He's going to have to do something soon. Legal leg hold by Valentine, and now Sting loses the stamina level. We're 38-36 into this bout. Submission move. No. Doesn't work. Neither wrestler is in a hurry to engage, but Valentine needs to be. A leg hold by Sting, 5 more points off of Valentine's damage number, which is now 232 for Sting, 247 for the Hammer. Auto control loss, Valentine in control, and we have a cut. Speak of the devil, we have a cut on Sting. 17 point cut, which should not be enough to stop the bout. But that's a big move. Now the Hammer is leading on to damage. Turnbuckle move, no pin. Got to 3, but the kick out was 6, and Sting would have been pinned on the 2 or less. Kick by Valentine. Suplex by Valentine. Valentine, it seems the longer this match goes, the more aggressive and the more effective he's being. Belly to belly suplex. Sting just took another stamina hit. He's on Queer Street right now. Figuratively. Auto control loss. Illegal punches by Valentine. More. And figure 4. No. We've had 11 pin attempts by Valentine. Only 3 for Sting. At the 43-52 mark of this bout. Body slam. Almost. No, did not get him there. I was thinking we're going to see a low-digit number on that 3 count. We did not. Disqualified check, arm holds. Match still going. Body slam by Sting. Gets him. So Sting wins the Charlotte tournament. Your time of the fall, 45-51. So we went a while with that. And the match gets a 4.5-star rating. Sting will pick up in the rankings 3 points for the win, as Valentine ran his ranking up to 126 before losing in the final. Valentine, a very game effort. I thought he was going to take him near the end. You could see Valentine was seemed to be getting more effective as the match wore on. So it's 327-17, the final numbers on Sting, and on Valentine it was 261. And as I said, the match got a 4.5-star rating, so it'll be talked about. And now I'm going to show you a little standby screen. And this will allow me to get the Atlanta final up and running. So just bear with me a little bit, if you would, please. And I will talk you through, as I have the standby screen, what has been happening in Atlanta. Atlanta just getting started recently with their own circuit. Of course, Atlanta was the home of the matches on WTBS, and I lived in Largo, Florida, which was a suburb, of course, of the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. Grew up in the southwest part of Largo by Heritage Park, if any of you are familiar with that area. And we were lucky to get cable very, very early, I would say by 77 or 78. As I type the names of these finalists in from the Atlanta circuit. And this match could be a bit of a surprise. I'll just put it to you that way. because one of the finalists is a babyface, but he seems to be losing his favor with the fans, and we will go over that in great detail as we set this match up. In my neck of the woods in Largo at 77, 78, I was, well, I was about 6, 7 years old at the time. There were superstations, and the first two superstations you could get on your local cable in Tampa, Florida, or Largo, Florida. We had teleprompter cable. The first big superstation that we got was WCIX out of Miami, which I think is now an NBC affiliate. And then we got WTBS. Okay, so we have the match almost set up. I am just putting in the modifiers for it. And you got a couple of baby faces going at it. And like I said, one of them is falling out of favor rapidly with the crowd. And I will show you that the finalists in Atlanta were Barry Windham and Mr. Wrestling number 2. And we will show you what has been happening. In fact, let me just back out here a minute. Bring up the Atlanta tournament I was working on this weekend. And we'll have a match, by the way, in our match for the world title will be out of Portland. It'll be Dory Funk Jr. against Dick Daviscourt, and that will be take a day off tomorrow on Tuesday. Well, I'm recording this Monday for Tuesday, so I'll start again Wednesday. That will probably be over the weekend. I will have the Dory Funk and Dick Daviscourt match for you, but let's get you up to speed with what's been happening in Atlanta. Atlanta does not have a deep singles roster. They had 18 competitors. One of them was disqualified, not really disqualified, but he was suspended before he had his tournament match, and that was Kamala. Kamala has a multi-week suspension he's got to go through. So we only had a 3-man battle royal, but we had it. Austin Idol, Johnny Gunn, Dwayne Gill, and in the end it was Dwayne Gill beating the other two powerhouses, and he got the number 16 seed. So, what happened in the first round? We had a couple baby faces, Ronnie Garvin and Juice Your Thunder Liger, and Liger pulled off the upset just 42 seconds in, catching Garvin off guard with the flying axe handle. The upsets continued in the second bout. Bob Sapp defeated Ted DiBiase. Sapp won by a DQ when DiBiase collided with the ref. Don Leo Jonathan got a first round bye. He was scheduled to face Kamala. Kamala got suspended last week, and they decided to just leave things as they were. Don Leo got the bye, and you would think that would be an advantage going into the subsequent rounds. But we'll let you know what happened there. Bill Goldberg, Eddie Guerrero by DQ when Goldberg loses it and attempts to injure Eddie Guerrero, very heel-like. Barry Windham, who was a babyface, we're using the 84 minus card on Barry. Actually, I think that's 84 plus. No, it's 84 plus. And he fought the Barbarian, and it took a little bit, but Barry prevailed with a Bulldog. It was Ole Anderson easily over Billy Two Rivers, great Indian grappler. And I don't mean from India, I mean he was a Native American. And only one with a pile driver, 623. Mr. Wrestling 2 defeated Raven of ECW fame, forearm at 23:49. Jeff Hardy easily over Dwayne Gill, a Swanton Bomb at 4:12. We go to the quarterfinals. Barry Windham over Eddie Guerrero of 25:38 in a good bout. We had what appeared to be an old lady assault Barry Windham during the bout and busted him open. And we tried to get a good glimpse of who the assailant was, but it was kind of hard to tell from our vantage point what had happened. And I am just noting that Barry is going to be impaired because he was busted open in this bout, and Mr. Wrestling 2 did not suffer a same fate. So Ole Anderson and Don Leo Jonathan met in the quarterfinals, and it was Don Leo by count out 14:04. Mr. Wrestling number two did. Here's where he got some heat with the fans. They got into a brawl outside the ring, and two, perhaps knowing that he would have. You see, I'm not even showing you my match results here. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. We'll just leave that in. Knowing two knew that if he got into a double count out, double DQ, or attempted such, because the DQ rules are lax in this tournament, that he would advance because he would have been the higher seed. That's what he picked a fight with Sapp, and that's usually not a good idea, but he got away with it. Double count out, 44 seconds, and it was Mr. Wrestling 2 advancing, but he did not. It did not go well with the crowd. Jeff Hardy and Jushin Thunder Liger had a 45-minute draw. A couple of junior heavyweights. Hardy advanced for being the high seed because he's a unrestricted free agent, and the champions, and then the UFAs got to choose where they would want to be the top seeds, and Hardy chose Atlanta. To the semifinals we went. Two went over Don Leo Jonathan. It was 32-23. Two exhausted Jonathan and got him with a chop. Barry Windham finally ended the run of Jeff Hardy with a lariat clothesline. Battle of Baby Faces, 13-21. And that brings us to our championship match in the Atlanta circuit to see who goes in fourth of the 18 men to be picked. And we have a little intrigue here. I'm sure Mr. Wrestling 2 and I get my screen back up. There we go. Got into it with Barry Windham on a house show in Atlanta a week ago. Two needed a little bit of help, but I guess he wasn't expecting it from Barry. Barry went at to it with Two's opponent, and Two really took umbrage to it. So you kind of got to like a old sage, young lion situation here. Kind of very familiar with what Two and Magnum TA had in Mid-South in the mid-'80s. So let's play out our final in the Atlanta circuit. It's one fall. It's 60 minutes. It would be Mr. Wrestling 2 advancing if this bout goes to a draw. They're both going to try to act nice, but I doubt that hostilities won't break out as the match does. Okay, you see it there. Vogg's thinking it'll be a close bout. And now let's bring you back to the full screen. One fall 60. Here we go. Barry, by the way, comes in 4-0-1 on the year. He turned babyface at the start of the year, joined the Atlanta circuit, and he had a draw with Ted DiBiase, probably his most notable blemish. Two is 4-2-1. Three of those wins. Well, actually, he went 2-0-1 to reach the final. So illegal throw by Windham. We already have a pin attempt on Two, but not to be. Illegal punches by Windham. Illegal neck hold countered by Two. Two goes for the chop. That's countered. Body slam by Windham. Windham, the stronger of these two men, I would think. Submission move figure 4. That does not score. Abdominal stretch. So Windham out hustling Two, at least in the early goings of this match. Two already closing in on that stamina level hit. He's at 30, 25, and 2. But remember, Barry is impaired, and that might play into the bout as we go along. Legal whip to the ropes by Windham. Strategy card used outside the ring action. Two using punches. So play attempt. No pin. Windham with a legal knee. No pin. Arm hold by Windham. And a legal power move by Windham. Headlock by Two. Score. So it's 27 off of Windham, 39 off of Two. Body slam. No pin. Face rake by Two. And $1 million knee was countered by Windham. Windham was looking for it. And that is the favorite hold of the masked grappler who once got invited, of course, to the inauguration of President Carter But as the story goes, he would have to reveal himself unmasked, and the story was he wasn't about to do that. Legal throw by Wyndham was countered by two, who comes up with a legal chop and another. So play attempt, and he gets the big man down. So two now in a damage control lead at this point. And what we got here? We got something here. Sleeper hold by Wyndham, but I don't think he had a good grip on it. We go on. Kick by Wyndham. I think Wyndham's down a stamina level. Legal whip to the ropes. And Wyndham, feeling that two is not exactly one of his bosom buddies, has introduced two to the ring post. Wyndham ramming two to the ring post, a stamina hit of 15. Disqualify use. Eye gouge by Wyndham. Wyndham knows how to bend the rules. Had one of the great heel turns of all time in 1988 in Jacksonville, Florida, with Lex Luger against Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Luger had just turned babyface, so nobody expected Wyndham to turn heel. He did, and that changed the NWA World Tag Titles over to Anderson and Blanchard. It was one of the great heel turns ever because you didn't see it coming. And we have blood. We have both men colliding and going down. Wyndham has lost 21 on a cut, and two is at 26. We could see a little claret forming on his mask. Two with a disqualified check. Strategy card used, possible DQ stopped. $1 million knee. This time he catches Wyndham, and that's the bout. So Mr. Wrestling 2, the old lion, the old sage, defeats the young lion. And 2 just walking away from Wyndham. Not even offering any sportsmanship or gestures or anything like that. He just wants to gloat about the fact that he's going to the finals, which is not very sportsmanlike. So what is going on with Mr. Wrestling number 2? He will get 3 points for the win, and let's see, the bout went, we're going to say 12:05. 12:05. Let's see if we get the time. Yes, it is 12:05. Both men were lacerated, as our commissioner would say. So we now know that Mr. Wrestling 2, who's having a little bit of an attitude adjustment as of late, will make it to the final stages of the Monarch of the Mat tournament as the Atlanta representative. So our 2 bouts are over, and we will be coming back in a few days to do the latest NWA, not NWA, but GSW title defense. I'm thinking Dory because he was the NWA champ. He will have Dick Daviscourt in Portland. Dick Daviscourt, a fellow bad guy. So that should be an interesting match. And we'll see if Funk is able to keep his crown. So that does it for another episode of the GSW Match of the Week. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed, and God bless. And we'll do it all again soon. I recorded this on April 12th for air on 8 o'clock on April 13th, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, United States Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.